Yes, graduates, welcome to Hard Talk Podcast with HTK. Fasten your seatbelts. Welcome back to another episode of Hard Talk with HTK. Why I'm up and down the internet, and I bear things all over the place, bits and pieces of significant things that have taken place, which I want to update my graduates about. First of all, you couldn't tell me, say, Brian Max jump ship from the win party. After him going the most way defending Aziz Mohammed, I'll get himself in a big fight with Guyanese critic because him go for collect Aziz Mohammed's money. He has now decided that the Win Party are a set of ingrates. Yes, take a look at his comment on Facebook. So people asking him if him done with Win, and this is his response. I did my bid for Win, who were quite ungrateful. New mission locked and loaded. So another person said they were not ungrateful, they just don't know one shit about anything. To which Brian Max replied, actually, they were extremely ungrateful. Shell Mohammed cursed out Charles Sugrim, asked him why he brought a criminal to his party. Maybe I was the effing one the US sanctioned for tax evasion, money, and drug laundering. Fighting words, Brian Max, fighting words. Take a listen to what Brian Max had to say.
I done spend in excess of $1.5 million helping Azzuddin and this campaign. Anybody who been around the campaign will tell you, Max truck always got food, Max truck always got liquor inside. Well, not liquor, but drinks, soft drink, Coca-Cola, whatever. Water, coconut, whatever. Always got something inside.
Anywho, so Team Mohammed put out this post a couple of hours ago that information received from credible sources indicates that financial trouble is brewing at GECOM. It is alleged that over $50 million have gone unaccounted for. Several staff members from GECOM's accounts department have been arrested. The public must now keep our ears to the ground for word from the Guyana police force. Travis Chase then followed this up with a statement on his account that said, breaking news. Several staff of the Guyana Elections Commission are being questioned by police in relation to a multi-million-dollar theft. The police and the Guyana Elections Commission are tight-lipped on the investigation. Details are unfolding. Hey, no sir. Well, GECOM has clearly got to account for where this money has gone, and they've got to at some point come forward and offer a statement on what it is that took place with $50 million that have gone unaccounted for. Now, the same GECOM this where people say never handle the elections properly. I wonder really and truly where that money went. So anywho, I took a stroll over to Guyanese Critics' yard. Yes, I saw a video that made me almost fall off my chair. So Mr. Charan has come forward to claim that he went to school with Aziz Mohammed. Yes, he was, basically saying how, he and Aziz Mohammed, they were at university together. Well, he was challenged, he was challenged in this commentary by Uncle Freddie. Uncle Freddie said, wait, hold on, man, hold brakes. How is that even possible? Because you're all and Aziz Mohammed young. So, of course, Critic had to jump on this because anything that has anything to do with Aziz Mohammed, Critics has got something to say. So, yeah, he laughed at the man, called him a reptilian, a liar, the rest of it. But look at this video. I almost died.
Those are some of the things that are being used to criticize the leader of the Win Party. And I have spoken to the boy. I met him at UG, we studied together.
You hear lie? That is lie. Lie? You hear lie?
I'm sure you know that he was a student there.
So no, he wasn't a student at UG.
You hear lie? That is lie. Lie?
I'm sure you know that he was a student there.
So no, he wasn't a student at UG. No, not in my time.
Oh, well, maybe not in your time, but he has a degree. We were there together. Anyways, Freddie.
No, he can't be. He can't be there together with you. He's in his 30s.
No, he's 37, 38.
Right. But,
all right.
Leave it.
So yeah, I walk up and down and I go over to Auntie Melly Mel page. Of course, there is still this ongoing bangarang. Every time I go on Auntie Mel page, all I see is this big BT on her page with crusty feet. I don't understand what's going on. Don't want to watch that. So, I keep kind of skipping through thinking, oh God, some online beef thing, and I don't want to get involved in all that. I'm looking for something edifying. But I can count on Melly Mel to mix the bangarang with the significant stuff. And I noticed that she mentioned this crime alert. Yes, the Guyana police force is actively seeking a businessman from Sophia, Greater Georgetown, who is reportedly avoiding a RAPE charge involving a minor. Timothy Fraser, a 32-year-old resident of Seafield, Sophia squatting area, was apprehended on September 6 at approximately 8:30 hours and detained on charges of RAPE of a child under 16 years. Following his arrest, the suspect remained in custody for approximately 6 days due to an inability to meet the $200,000 bail requirement. The bail amount was subsequently reduced to facilitate his pre-trial release on September 15th. The case file was delayed pending the forensic interview report. Upon receipt of the aforementioned report, the case was filed on September 16th, following legal counsel with instructions for the suspect to appear in court the following day. However, the suspect failed to appear in court on September 17th, and efforts to serve a summons on the suspect at his Sophia residence on Friday were unsuccessful. A police wanted bulletin is currently being prepared, as indications suggest he may have traveled to the interior. But could you picture what the people have up for this man? The man face blur out. You try to tell me in this day and age where technology is on the rise that nobody have a decent picture of this man? I mean, he could literally be anybody. Me, I look upon him, me, I see all kind of, people will look like him. It don't make no sense. I don't know how people are going to be able to identify this guy visibly, who could easily be out in another community targeting yet another minor without a clear picture, a clear image of who he is. I mean, all this time the man is in custody. Y'all don't take mug shots in Guyana? What the hell going on? You don't have a mugshot of this man with his clear features. From the moment he was in lockup, you should have taken his picture from all angles. You understand? This don't make no sense to me. It's almost as though somebody wanted this guy to get away. So Lola Doll's little clip is going viral. You know, the one where she talked about the fact that they couldn't find a pulse, and then they go beside her vajayjay and they got a pulse. And
anyways, Melanjo sir, to put the thing in my private part, and when they bump it up, I jump up. I jump up and start frothing up. So we say when they put it in, I jump up now with a feel of pulse. But I had a little life in my vagina. There, yeah, the pussy tight and it pinching. This pokey, it never failed me. This vagina is a blessed vagina. Because this what the life, this what the doctor them find the life. Because they may find no pulse. They put in the thing for my heart, jumping up my heart, they may find nothing. Nothing they may find in. But soon as they put it at me vagina, it's so the pulse pop up. Put oops. Yeah, it's me fucking pokey. It's what had the pulse. I don't fuck. I do not fuck about. I'm not a thing, man.
people are kind of like either making fun of Lola Doll, saying that Lola Doll ain't got no sense. Lola Doll don't. That's why she said the things and what she said. And rape. Other people are finding the humor in what is obvious science that many of you may have missed. So what Lola Doll was really talking about was the fact that there is actually a pulse to be located right beside the pum pum. Yes, it's true. Yeah, I'm going to show you this diagram here. Take a look at it so you can just familiarize yourself with some of the science behind it. Sometimes when there is some kind of blockage to the arteries that lead to the heart, they actually conduct a procedure where they place a catheter through the groin area to clear that blockage in the heart. Yes, and it can help when a when a pulse cannot be found as well, to, wake up the heart, basically, you understand, make the heart function better. So there is a lot of sense in what Lola Doll is actually saying. Some of you just may not be aware of the medical procedure or the fact that, yes, a heartbeat can be found near your pum pum. Yeah, facts. So another thing that Melly Mel identified, and this is something once again that makes my blood boil, is the fact that you have allegedly yet another child predator in Parliament. Pandit Vikash Ramkissoon. Now, according to the post that Melly Mel put up, Vikash Ramkissoon, who has now joined the government of Guyana as minister within the Ministry of Agriculture, had allegedly essayed a Tushan girl multiple times in early 2020. And this little girl had actually taken her own life, who was 13 at the time. Now, it's strange to me that this case seems to have been pushed under the carpet once again, and this man is allowing to represent the people. So I did a little bit of investigation on this case just to see if the facts could be verified. And sure enough, I found an article in 2020. Here is the said man, PPP candidate under probe for alleged molestation of a teen. He says it here that the police are also probing link to the actual taking of their own life of the victim. A father from Tushen, East Bank, Essequibo is mourning the death of his 13-year-old daughter, who allegedly took her own life on Saturday, believed to be as a result of suffering she felt over being essayed by the family's pandit, who is said to be the candidate of the PPP Civic Party, PPPC. Regional Commander Assistant Commissioner Simon McBean said that while the pandit is out on bail for the reported essay, which was first reported on February 17th, there are no current plans to bring him back in light of the child's death. However, the police will be investigating to ascertain if there is a link between the girl's death and the candidate. Boy, this is tragic. And the article continued to, give perspectives from the family members about how they were feeling about the loss of their child, with this summary that the PPP seems to be dogged by alleged predators, and that since the previous year, the PPP have been accused of molestation. There have been several leading lights, and that one of them was also a candidate in the upcoming elections at the time. They spoke about an Alistair Charlie, who was also alleged to have attempted to essay a 16-year-old boy. You understand? That there was a disturbing video out and all these things. Boy, I mean, I understand how these people seem to think it is normal to continue to facilitate these people in positions of power. It seems as though there is almost like an acceptance that this kind of behavior is normal by the who's who in Guyana, because nobody seems to be taking accountability. Remember, we also have the case of the cricketer who has had multiple allegations levied against him for the same, and nothing seems to be coming out of it purely on the basis of power and connections. So Rickford Burke has also placed this statement on his Facebook page. PPP criminal and accused child RAPIST Vikash Ramkissoon has gotten away with his crimes because the PPP has forced society to accept that PPP members are above the law. He claims that Guyanese values and standards have gone to the dogs, and that Guyana is now a nation with no values or morals. He further states that last week, President Irfan Ali and the PPP appointed the criminal Vikash Ramkissoon a government minister. Ramkissoon was previously arrested by police for graping a 13-year-old from Tushen, West Coast, Demerara. Their matter was thereafter covered up because, truth be told, I could not find any other article saying what had happened with that case. Their child took her own life because of the injustice as well as the indignity and shame associated with being essayed by a pandit. Since as elevation as a government minister, Not one Guyanese civil society group or leader, religious organization or leader has spoken out against the moral outrage. Not one children's rights advocate has spoken out. As usual, these cowards are silent because they are all compromised. He claims that they have taken money from the government and that the PPP has purchased them. They may even remain silent, he continues, if one of their own children was to be essayed. Such is the sinister cowardice of Guyanese civil society and religious leaders. He went on to speak about the fact that if APNO had been appointed, that, certain things would have been brought under the microscope and would have been forced to stop. He finishes off by stating the reason they're silent is because the criminal and alleged rapist is an East Indian man from the PPP who is perceived to be above the law. Now, he has mentioned the fact that there seems to be some race element to this perpetuated behavior throughout the PPP. If you recall, there was also the former PPP minister who they claim is still on the PPP payroll, and that is Nigel Dharamlal, who actually came online and made some kind of threat. I don't know, who is he threatening people? You tell me in the comments. But if you don't recall, this man, he was, getting all muscly and getting all aggressive online. Yes, a very, very poor behavior by these government representatives. But take a listen to this video.
To the PPP, and I coming after you. I don't care who you are. I'm coming after you. And I always win. Always. Always. And I will go after them until they're destroyed. And if you intend to disrespect the PPP, then you're gonna face the consequences. And so, just like where they work, how much money they collected, all their conversations, all their profiles, you would be amazed, right? So if they want to play big and bad, I'm the wrong man to mess with. All right?
So boy, the Amazon warriors have got Guyanese in a state. Yes, man, everybody is reacting to the fact that them get let down big time last night. People not happy at all, and them a come out and them a say the things them. Take a listen to some of the commentary based on the Amazon warriors.
Nothing beats a jet. Yo,
I don't have a dress code already. Backpack one way, but I don't dress one way. As soon as I touch on the airport. Passport stamp, cross customs, straight off the jumbo jet. Hey, straight off the jumbo jet. Hey, straight off the jumbo jet.
What are you reading so far in this thing? A pressure machine, you got it?
Yeah, I got pressure machine because things looking tight. I can't prepare. I got like my column bundle in my bag too. Because I know when how them mothers decide to button them in button.
Just stand up, sit down.
I'm behind the flutter head.
We are thinking too sharp for it. Sharp boy like a murder each and every one of your squad. And you lose again. All my money. All my house but carry everything sharp and bet for this fucking cricket game. I know sharp man must beat himself all weekend. Fucking man with the belt. Hey, I just trip out sharp man here, boy. Yo, real thing like this bitch you have to throw it up sharp man and for good squad to them. Yeah, everybody, you can't depend on this band of them, buddy. But it's always let you know and make you go plug out squad to say. Amazon. Amazon who? Warriors. Buy some buy yo. Even if I describe by this way you fuck up on. Anyway, I got a belt man D better. You say, yeah, short man. I hope you brush your skin good fucking last night after them don't lose. Wear them up with your belt, you hear that? Short man. We have to get you short man anyway. Me mama saying, I'm savings, boy. I'm savings. This why left me say, boy, this why bet on. So,
I said, thank God for the white guy, Pretorius. He's the savior. Hetty brainless. I tell you, Hetty brainless, man. You see the big stupid chatty out in the all season. Ridiculous. Thank God for we South African white guy.
Warriors, let me tell you something. Certain players, y'all need to drop. Let be a whole Guyanese team and let me see what go on. Give the youths them a thing. Hetty Maya whole night he jump around the field like a kangaroo. And when he do for jump and catch the ball, he ain't catching it. We're going to Hetty Maya. We need belt man for Hetty Maya. We need it. So if it can't appear, Hetty Maya, disappear.
And in the meantime, TKR are dancing on Guyana's grave. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boy, Jeno, what's wrong? I feel it for my Guyanese people. Yes, I feel like I'm Guyanese too. I would have been there cheering on the Amazon Warriors. Boy, on a let down the country, but don't worry. Good sportsmanship says you take a loss so that you can develop and do better for next year. Hopefully next year you come back. Are you ready? Just like this lady have to say.
I paid $25,000 just to come and watch them lose. But don't worry, next year's we year. We got them. We sell this year, but next year is where we coming back bigger, better, and stronger. I see Shemron Hetty Maya, we get licks for you. See Shepherd, we get licks for you. Get them 9 wickets. 9 wickets, 9 wides. 9 wides, but don't worry, next year's we year. We're coming back for them next year. Trust and believe. Next year, One Warriors. Next year.
If you've made it this far into the video, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. And if you are new to my channel, click that bell so every time I drop a video, you are notified. Big up your nice, clean self. This is your girl, Head Teacher K, and I'm out.